Iridumarang, Yundu Yanieta. G'day, my name is Tanieta. I'm here to talk about mind maps today. A lot of students often struggle with the mind map. It's a very time-consuming assessment. I'm just going to touch on some of the elements and what the ideas are behind why we do mind maps. I'll also show some examples today. So I'll just do a quick screen share, which means I have to get all these documents available. Okay. All right. So a mind map provides a structured way to capture and organize ideas and information. They help users to understand concepts by breaking them down into their component parts. The technique is used to develop new ideas or break down existing ideas and understand them better. So just push that down there. Okay, so this is a basic example of a mind map. Now, in the PSP for managing your studies unit, they ask you to do a mind map. And in the mind map, what they want is a learning strategy that you used and a time management strategy that you used. This is a very basic drawn mind map that one student did. I'll show you an example of the many mind maps that, here we go, exist. So, you know, they can be quite structured. They can be very detailed. Usually they're very colorful. You want them to grab the eye. They're a creative assignment. And this one's a drawn one. And this one's a drawn one. But you could also do one with shapes. This is another one that's been made from the Word document. These ones here. These ones again drawn. So there's some examples of some mind maps. So let's just go back to that really basic one that a student did. So in this, you're asked to do strength of your time management and weakness of your time management, strength of your learning and weakness of your learning strategy, plus how you're going to use it in the future and how you're going to use it in the future. So that's your basic structure of what's being asked for you in the PSP. So I'll give you another student's example. So they're using color to show weakness to strength. So everything in green is strength, everything in red is weakness. They've got big thumb symbols to show that it's a weakness. I can visually see that's a weakness with this thumb and the color, and it's very clear. So they've used two techniques, this learning strategy, and they've talked about what the strengths are of this learning strategy. For the time management strategy, they've talked about what the strengths are for that time management strategy. So you're also asked what to do, what weaknesses. But also you need to make sure you reference. So the idea is to go to this reading, get the idea out of the reading and then put it into 2 to 3 to 4 words, and then reference it underneath. That is the requirement. That's what makes it a bit tricky, is you have to try and compress ideas into just a few words. I'll give you another example. Here's another mind map. Now, this one's very colorful. I think that's kind of what they expect, is for it to be, you know, very clear, very colorful. I can see that this is 2 different types of things they're talking about. The blue is time management. The green is a learning strategy. They've referenced under both. As you can see, they've referenced under both. So they've used 3 to 4 words to describe what their idea is. And they've got the weaknesses, and then they've got the future use across the both of them. That's quite clever. And then they've got the list of how it could be used in the future. Underneath that is a short 100-word reflection. That's also part of the assessment. So the idea behind mind maps is to make it visual, to use very few words, let the pictures show you what it's talking about. I can go back to this other one, and you want it very visual. You know, you want to be able to get the idea just by having a quick glance at it, whatever type of mind map you use. So, for example, here's one I prepared earlier. I've talked about using shapes or pictures off the internet. How you do that is you insert shapes from this shape. You pick out your shape. It could be a fat arrow. You put it on your page and you stretch it out to how you want it. As you can see, this could be very fiddly, and it is, because once you start moving one part, you know, other parts do move or they get hidden under shapes. So you have to keep adjusting stuff and making sure that all the words can be seen. If you don't want to use shapes, you can go back to insert and you can go to pictures, online pictures, and this box comes up. So I put a clock in there before. How about I put some books in there? Yep, I'll take that picture, insert that into here. That's too big. You have to shrink it down. Again, more fiddling. Move it around to where you want it. You want it over on the learning side, so maybe you want it down there. And it doesn't want to go. This is what I mean. It's a very fiddly assignment. You have to work at getting your picture where you want it on the assignment, how big you want it, and the whole page moves. The whole page moves. So every time you add something, you may be displacing something else. You need to put your name and student number in the header, and then double click out of that. You should insert page numbers into all of your documents. The format, I just want to put a page number in, page number, bottom of the page. That should be for all assessments. So this is just a quick introduction into what's expected of you with the mind map. You want it visual. You want to be able to see clearly the two different things. I mean, I could use this as a color that's you know, similar to the orange one. It could be a light orange for time management, dark orange for learning strategy. Well, that's not going to work because I'm not going to clearly be able to see the difference between the things I'm trying to see. The idea of mind maps is for it to give you quick messages or to unpack it in a more simplified way. So the biggest thing is that it is fiddly. It takes time to find where the colors are. It takes time to find where, you know, the shapes are, how to get the shape into the document. There's also a paint section so that you can add colors, fill colors. So the biggest advice about the mind map is start early, because it's just a tricky assignment. It's not a difficult one. It's just fiddly and takes time. I'll stop the screen share. Okay. All right. Yeah, so that's the mind map assignment. If you are still struggling with the mind map, you can reach out and ask for help. I'm definitely available for that. And I hope you enjoyed today's video.